So for those of you from the United States, you're probably not used to these washer slash dryers. I think they're awesome. I think the only thing is they take a little while, but I think it's worth having one unit instead of 2 units. I don't know about long term if there's some issues that I don't know about, but really you just set it on number 5 for fast wash. That's what we've been doing, because otherwise it takes a very long time to wash your clothes. So there's this handle here. You turn this on first, then you make sure it's on 5 for fast wash. They already had the setting for that, and I think that's for when you dry your clothes. It was there, so I just left that setting. So all I do is press the start button, and when it's red like that, that means this door is locked and it will start. And when it's done, all I have to do is turn this knob to drying cottons or whatever, but I've been using 11 here, and then you press the start button. So how cool is that? But this is a very tiny Airbnb, and I won't show it to you right now just because all our stuff's everywhere, but it's probably only 600 square feet, so you have to be very careful with what you put in your space. So one little place under the cabinet, and voila, perfect. That's the grocery store that we went to. It's called Tesco Express. Got some milk, orange juice, some water, cereal, and a candy bar. We were looking for another restaurant. We ended up at Ask Italian. So I'm not sure what this is called. And then Willow got something delicious. And of course Rick got something delicious, chicken, pollo. And Noah got something delicious. Time for lunch. So the thing with our GPS Google Maps is that it takes us on a route where cars would drive. I've got to figure out how to use it where it takes me on a shorter route for walking. Anybody know how to do that? Comment below. We notice there's construction everywhere. People are inside painting and redoing places, and of course outside construction. Lots of roads are closed. And it's amazing how these garbage pickups come up they don't leave garbage on the ground for very long. It just like 24/7, I think, they come around picking up garbage. So that's really nice. I was actually surprised to see people working on Sunday, the construction upstairs in another Airbnb or another flat. They were working bright and early, remodeling. So I guess London stays open. Everything's been open, most places anyway. I also noticed there seems to be more Airbnb experiences hosts around here. I saw people just taking a couple people for a bike ride, explaining the area and what was going on. So well, I'm assuming they're Airbnb, but they could be HomeAway or one of those other companies. Definitely going to do the experience one day. I know in New York City, these buildings would be called brownstone, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But these are so beautiful. It'd be really cool to live in one of these. These chimneys up on top remind me of Mary Poppins. You remember the chimney cleaner? And they were running up on top of the rooftops? That's what this reminds me of. Did I say I love London? Did I tell you? I sure do. Definitely coming back. Willow has made me aware that this tree has grown into this fence. I think London Bridge is down that way. We got about 10 more minutes to walk. I was waiting for a spot where I could speak to you because this gets kind of loud, either with music and then it would be copyrighted, so I would have to not put it up here on YouTube. Or we got a lot of cars and motorcycles, mopeds. But I wanted to say, I think the first time across the pond to the UK. Now we've been to Spain, Portugal, Morocco before, but we've never been to the UK, Ireland, or England. And I feel like because it was such a short amount of time that we could be here, well, first in Ireland was what, a couple weeks, and then here only for a week in London. I feel like we're just sticking our little toe into the water, just starting to feel a little bit of what it's all about. But there's so much more here in the UK in itself. Forget all of Europe, just let's talk about UK. There's so much here, and I think that I'm going to be coming back to the UK probably the rest of my life to keep exploring, because it's going to take a lifetime to explore it all. And same with United States. There's so much more I haven't experienced in my own country. For example, the New England states. I really want to spend maybe 6 months, spring through fall maybe, and then I have to live till I'm about 200 years old or longer because I want to see it all. And then of course you got the rest of Europe, you've got Africa, you've got South America, you've got Asia. What to do? I feel like that we're fortunate that we're able to do this, but it did take a lifetime of hard work, a lot of planning. And I know someone commented, I just deleted the comment because it was a little too negative in the way it was stated. But it was the one where it says, if you want to move to Florida, just do it. And they're like, WTF. Like, you have to plan, research. He didn't watch the video. For those of you who watch my video, you know I say, plan, 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 research, 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 plan some more, save a lot of money, then execute. And I research what I'm going to be doing for the day and the week and the month and the year ahead. So when I say just do it, I mean plan and research. And if you watch my videos, you know that. So I have some new people coming to the channel, not watching the video, just reading the comment and then putting something nasty and not very nice. This channel is a safe place for people to come where they're not going to be bombarded by negativity, swearing. Not that I don't swear. I do it, you know, I try to keep it under wraps, but I definitely don't go on the internet and just F-bomb the internet. So that's not a place for it to do. Matter of fact, YouTube has a little blocking area where they will just delete it. It goes into like spam or delete automatically. So there you have it. So I come over to explore. I can't record everywhere I go because there's a lot of people and I don't want to record them. So whenever I find a little spot like this, I will stop and talk to you because I really want to tell you what's happening over here. But we're doing a lot of walking, and I think that's one of the best ways to see the place, other than those bus tours. And of course, I mentioned those Airbnb experience, a host. I think that's definitely a way to go. But I didn't want to get a taxi coming here because I wanted to see all the little stores, like the umbrella and stick store, the cigar store, the little strange little shops, the fashion, everything. I wanted to see it all. I didn't want to miss anything. So when you're walking by at a walking pace, you get to see it all. So we got a few more minutes to go find that London Bridge. It's here somewhere. It's on the river. We're in the right spot. So let's go. And when you get lost, there's these maps that tell you where you are. So that's always a good thing to look for. So a couple of sites I found was bigbustours.com, and then that there, you can't see it on the camera, but it says City Cruises. So I'm assuming if you type in City Cruises London, you will find the website and how to get tickets and all that. Walk up on this bridge, see if we get a better view. The more we see, the more we realize that there are so many choices in life to choose from. How do you choose awesome from awesome? From awesome. I love it all. Everything I've seen from across the United States to Ireland to London. Even though I loved everything I've seen on our journeys so far, I will say my body didn't like all of it. Some places I had trouble breathing. It was especially out in western United States. I'm not sure because it was dry or because of the higher altitude or the heat. I'm not sure what it was. Like, I'm not really having any trouble here, or the eastern US, I didn't have too much trouble. Since Willow's in college, Noah's probably gone to college, so that allows us to stay location independent, digital nomads, whatever you want to call us. And I'm no rush to settle down anytime soon, but we'll see where life takes us. I really don't know where we'll end up. So it's a big surprise for all of us, you and me. So let's keep walking. I think I'm gonna have to get a taxi coming back because I got a little blister in my toe. I shouldn't complain. I know London is under high security right now, but it doesn't feel like it, other than cameras everywhere. But that's like in the States. Everywhere you go, there's cameras, but you don't see like police presence or any of that. It's probably all up in the sky, a lot of helicopters, and probably underground where you don't see them. But I'm sure they're watching and being careful. But everybody's just enjoying their day, going about doing whatever it is that they do, enjoying their day with the family. You gotta keep your eyes open, be aware of your surroundings, but that's anywhere in this world, wherever you are. Going through another tunnel. What are those sounds? They got speakers. Willow, what is that? I don't think they could hear me. What is that? The sound?
There's speakers up there. It's an audio track.
Miners.
Oh, miners. Interesting. We're just trying to get to the London Bridge. It's this way. I had to use the restroom, and this thing says toilets. That's what they call them here. It's 20 pence. That's why you need to carry change. I didn't bring any change with me. There goes another helicopter. I don't know if you could see it, but I do see a lot of helicopters in this particular area. There's another one. There's a lot of them out here.
Kingfishers.
Kingfishers? And we've been very lucky with the weather The last couple of days, well, all the days have been pretty nice. I think it might have sprinkled the first day, but the sun's out. It's not too hot. I've got a sweater on, my jeans, very comfortable. I think it said it was probably around 67, 70 degrees. And that's perfect when you're walking because you warm up. No rain, sun's out, and that's London Bridge with some ships. We made it. A lot of people enjoying a stroll down here. In Cleveland, there's something called the Flats along the river, where there's restaurants and bars and that kind of thing, but this is like huge. I'm sure New York City has something like this. Always see Casey Neistat skateboarding along the river walk there in New York. I've been to New York and New York City, walked around downtown and all that, but I didn't walk on the river walk that I see him. I don't know what it's called, if it's called a river walk, but I see him along the river, but I've not walked along that. So I'll make sure we do that next time we're in New York City. The kids have never been in New York City other than the JFK International Airport on the way to this side of the world. So we have to stop there with them. That'll be on our New England, northeastern United States tour when we can get around to it. I wish it was easier just to jump on one, but I'm sure you have to buy a ticket somewhere, then get on all that. Haven't seen where I can just walk up and buy a ticket. I just see them strolling down the river. Well, that's what I'm talking about. This is the first time we've been here, so just getting our little toe wet, kind of getting a feel for the city. When we come back, we'll know a little bit better and learn a little bit more each time we come here. Again, that's why I recommend getting one of those Airbnb experience hosts. Definitely going to do that when Rick and I come back. This way they can tell us what's what. I feel like I'm missing out on a lot. Like this boat here, I hear the tour leader there. I hear the person giving a tour to the guests. I'm not sure if they just bought a ticket or if it's a particular group. I see a lot of, looks like study abroad students, high school students, and I see college students, like groups of people, and then it looks like a couple of teachers, maybe chaperones, I'm not sure. But they got perfect weather for checking out London. Thinking about getting some coffee and a snack before we get home. We were going to take a taxi, but might as well just walk home. Who's a fan of Harry Potter? I know my kids are. So we're back home from a long day again in London. We got to see the London Bridge, as you saw. We got lost, like big time, coming home today. Well, we kind of knew what direction we were supposed to go, but this Google Maps took us in circles. It kept rerouting. Thank God for the maps on the city streets, because once we found them, and then being here and walking so much for a few days now, we kind of had an idea which direction to go, and then once we got closer to home, we knew where we were. But I don't know what I'm doing wrong, if anything, or if it's just Google Maps, but it just is not working for me. I have the city mapper, think that's what it's called, City Mapper. I'm not sure, but another YouTuber recommended it, but I can't quite seem to figure that one out either. So I'm going to work on it. If you have an app that you prefer for walking around cities, let me know. I'll try downloading it. If it's free, let me know. I got to figure something out. So wherever we go, that I won't have the same problem. And I'll definitely make sure I have a paper map with me as well for major cities or countries. By the way, I'm loving our Airbnb. And it's very tiny, like I said before, but it's all remodeled, as you can see. It's a very small Airbnb, but it's perfect for London and for the price. But I'd have to say this neighborhood I like better than all of the neighborhoods that we've walked around, and we've gotten lost and walked around a lot of neighborhoods, and I really like this one. The neighborhood is called Marylebone, Marylebone. If you want to look it up. Like I said, it's 1 to 2 miles from most of the sightseeing places. The reason I like this particular neighborhood is because it's not just tourists, it's people living here, and the restaurants are always open. In the tourist areas, today's Sunday, I saw they were closing by afternoon, and then with us getting lost, we were just like hungry again and thirsty, and we had to just keep walking until we got closer to the neighborhood. And once we got to this neighborhood, it's very lively and it feels very safe. It's not touristy, so I really love this neighborhood. If I ever were to look for a flat, it'd be in this neighborhood. So we only have a couple more days left here in London, and then we head off to our next destination. So I hope you will continue to follow us and join us on our journey. If you are new to this channel, please rewind and watch some of our old videos, maybe starting, I don't know, from the beginning. Because there's been so many changes in our life from the time I started recording about 2 years ago now, almost 2 years. And I would like for you to catch up and see what we've been up to and how we got here. And I hope you enjoy the older videos, and I hope you have patience for them because I'm learning as I go. I'm still trying to figure out this video recording and the editing and all that. So I'm just sharing and learning together with you. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to live a passionate life.